Hi, everybody. Welcome back into the Sporting News studio. I'm Stephen Levine. Ryan Fagan is joining me via telephone. We're taking a look at all of the men's basketball tournament matchups thanks to UPS and the Team Performance Index. Ryan, we're up to Iowa State versus Ohio State, a 10 versus a 2. But it's interesting, if you look at the TPI numbers, Iowa State seems to have an offensive advantage, whereas Ohio State seems to have a defensive advantage.
I think that's a pretty accurate assessment of the way these teams have played. You know, you look at Ohio State, and the Buckeyes are playing with an incredible amount of confidence right now. You know, they played very strong at the end of the regular season, went into Indiana and beat the Hoosiers on their home court, which seemed like a stunning thing to do. Then they went through and won the Big Ten tournament. And then in this game, in their opener against Iona, they put up 95 points. This is not a team that is normally putting up 95 points, but the Buckeyes, like I said, are playing with a ton of confidence. You know, the story for Ohio State all year is that they're going to have a very good defense, and they need a secondary scorer alongside Deshaun Thomas to step up. Well, in the game against Iona, Sam Thompson came in, had 20 points, 10 rebounds. That's the kind of production they need from other guys. Lenzel Smith Jr. had 12 points. Even Evan Ravenel had 11 points, and he's not much of a scorer at all. He's more of a defensive guy. So if they get those kind of performances from their secondary type players, this is a very tough Ohio State team. And with the way the West region is broken down a little bit, you almost might say that the Buckeyes are the favorite to get to the Final Four from the region.
Wow. Well, but we have seen lots of upsets so far in this tournament. A lot more drastic upsets than a 10 upsetting a 2. So what does Iowa State have to do to pull out the victory?
Well, that's the thing. You know, I mean, Iowa State is a very good team. You know, you look at the way they handled Notre Dame, and I know Notre Dame has struggled traditionally in the tournament. They haven't had a whole lot of success, but this is still a good team, and past results don't predict future performances. So Iowa State had to come in and play a good game against the Irish, and they did exactly that. They really took control of that game. They shot nearly 50% from the field, you know, a little bit over 42% from the three-point line, and they had a good assist to field goal ratio, 19 assists on 29 field goals, and they had production from a lot of players. And that's the thing about Iowa State, is they have 6 or 7 guys who are capable of putting up 15 to 20 points any given night, and that's the kind of balance that you need in the tournament, because there are going to be guys that have bad nights shooting, and you have to have other people there that are prepared to step up and to hit big buckets. That's what Iowa State has. Iowa State had a 10-seed resume, but their talent level, I think, is far above that.
All right. Well, that's Ryan Fagan via telephone. I'm Stephen Levine in the Sporting News studio. Thanks to UPS and the Team Performance Index, and keep checking back here at sportingnews.com, where we're previewing all the March Madness games.